Morning Show. C. Allen Morning Show. C. Allen Morning Show.
Welcome back to the C. Allen Morning Show. This is MD along with C. Allen.
All right, everybody. We're welcome back live here. You know, we're showing off today. We have our new theme song, Mr. Kenner. We thank you so much. He did all of the recording. He did the voiceovers. He did everything. We're so excited for our new morning show song. And listen here, and one of the ladies that I told you, we're still waiting for Nita or Nia, who saw me on Friday. I'm waiting for her to call in for her free. We're going to give her a free hairdo, probably a free makeover, make her feel real good. We're going to give that to her. The first thing she said when she saw me, MD, was she says, "You sound like an old man
on the radio."
On the radio. She said, "Good God Almighty, you a young guy." I said, "Ma'am." I just left it like that. That's why I said your hair was all over the place, looking a hot mess. But we got you covered, baby. I'm going to make you look real good.
We're going to hook you up.
We're going to hook you up on the C. Allen Morning Show. Now, listen, we're going to go directly to the phone lines. But listen, the first thing we're talking about today is how do we look, or do we look at big women different than big guys? These are questions and comments that you guys have sent to me. We kind of lumped them all together. And we named the title today, Beauty Standards. 1-800-450-7876. I need you to turn your radio down a little bit. Good morning. Welcome to the C. Allen Morning Show.
Good morning. I think we look at big women. Me personally, I look at big women and men the same. But with big women, it's a little bit harder because the industry has made it so that everyone wants to look like a Barbie, and big women want to do things that little women do and they can't do. And they don't like to, they're not like how they used to be where they wear all the big baggy clothes all the time. They're like, I can do what she do and still look good.
So now let me ask you this question, Carla. Now talk to me about, if that's the case, what is the deal with the large, first of all, are you a large woman?
No, I'm fairly plush.
Okay. So, well, what's the deal about the big women with the tights on? Everybody is wearing those. During the wintertime, it was liquid leggings. During the summertime, it's those tights. And sometimes they're up to 16, 18, 20, 22 and up. And they have tights on. And it's okay to have tights on, but they have the tights on and it's not covering their behind. You can see everything. Now, is this what you're talking about when you're saying they're trying to dress like like a smaller person?
Yeah, because they don't always realize, and you got to look at the different areas that you see this going on in. Because, you know, in certain parts of the area, you have people that cannot afford to go to Ashley Stewart, so they're stuck going to Rainbow or Suzanne Fashions or stuff like that. And that's all that they have in there. So they're like, oh, I'm going to squeeze into this. I'm not going to buy me a nice shirt, you know, to cover everything up. I want to show my stomach like she's showing it. And the other girl probably 90 pounds.
Okay, so let me just ask this final question. Today we're talking about, do we look at big women different than big men? Do you think that society is looking at them differently? And tell me why.
Yes, I do, because of the media. If you look at the music that everyone listens to, it's all about looking like a Barbie, like Nicki Minaj.
Okay, so it's good to have Big Rick Ross up there with his stomach showing, but then all of the girls. Well, let me finish. Big Rick Ross with his stomach showing, but then all of the girls are looking like models, and all of the girls are looking like sexy kittens. But then the guys doing the rapping is 300 pounds.
Me personally, I don't like that. Okay. Not at all.
All right. Well, thank you so much, baby. All right. You have a good day. Thank you. All right. So, MD, talk to me about that, because now statistics show that overweight men get the same kind of jobs as slimmer guys, but women are seriously discriminated against. So why do we feel, 1-800-450-7876, why do we feel that people discriminate big women more than they do bigger guys? Because they tell me big guys, Alonzo, can get women much quicker than a big woman getting a man.
And see, I always thought it was reversed, because I know a lot of men who like big women.
True.
Like big women, not just like thick women, but big women. when I was growing up, my uncles loved big women. And I mean, not like just sort of slightly like 10 or 15 pounds. I mean, like an extra 50, 75 pounds. So I always thought it was the opposite. I thought that women, like on the Saturday night, if it was a big guy and a big guy and a big girl in the club, the big girl had more of a chance of getting a date or talking to somebody more so than the big man.
Really?
Yeah, I always thought so. But, you know, like you said on the videos, like with Rick Ross showing his stomach, you know, everything hanging all out, people don't really say too much about that. But if it was a woman who was doing the same thing in the videos, it would be a lot of controversy.
Most definitely.
So Lonzo, did they hear that part? What Lonzo said about women liking a teddy bear?
No, they didn't hear that. But he said every woman like a teddy bear, because then, and you know what, now that is true, MD, now that you said that, because how many videos have we seen where they had big plus size models dancing and moving around and shaking on the television? No,
you hardly ever see that at all. You see some thick women, you know, very curvaceous women, big busted women, but you don't really see big women in those videos, no.
Mm-hmm. Okay, well, today we're talking about, do we look at big women different than big men? We had some detailed conversations in the office where one of my assistants, who is a heavy-set lady, well, I'm not say heavy-set, she's maybe thick bone.
Yeah.
She felt that she had a harder chance getting a man than large men had a chance getting a woman. They said that a lot of women run to the big men, but a lot of men do not run to the big women.
Yeah, because I always thought the big men, I mean, there's no disrespect to the big men, but you sort of had to pay like they weigh.
Okay, so then my question then would be is where... So the last caller mentioned that she feel that, and I'm asking you, MD, do you feel the same, that it has a lot to do with stereotyping?
Stereotypes and visuals, videos. You know, we're bombarded every day with videos, every single day. Look like this, look like that. And, you know, after a while, after you see it for so much, you just feel as though you have to look that way, too. Like last night, I saw Nicki Minaj, she was performing. And she looked sort of petite, but her butt was enormous, and I don't think that was God-given.
Well, yeah, a lot of people have said to me, and a lot of people sent me Facebook messages telling me that Nicki Minaj's butt wasn't real. So I'm not, and I know a lot of my listeners are saying, who is Nicki Minaj? But anyway, they said that her butt wasn't real.
They know who Nicki is.
And we're going to talk about that later on the show in reference to injections and surgeries and all of that. What is all of that for? But now, statistics also says that if you're fit and attractive, that will usually work in your favor. But if you're overweight, it can lead to just straight up discrimination.
Yeah, because I guess especially now, like, you know, with everything being so, you know, everybody's into fitness and health and things of that nature. I guess they feel as though that if you're overweight, you're more of at risk, you know, as far as medical procedures and diabetes and things of that nature.
But, you know, it's really weird because I have a lot of listeners who are in the beauty industry, and a lot of them are overweight. I have a lot of overweight students. I have a lot of overweight graduates. I have a lot of people in my salons who are working that after a certain time they have to pull the stool out because they are overweight. Now, if we're in the beauty industry, so this is my question to you, MD. If we're in the beauty industry and we are supposed to uphold a certain image, well, then explain to me why we have so many big folk in the beauty industry.
Well, first of all, I think as far as the hair industry is concerned, people don't care about, not really care about your size. They're just more concerned about getting their hair done. So I think it also depends on, you know, the type of business or industry or career that you're in.
Okay, well, I'm not trying to teach today because I taught the last 2 Mondays, but in our textbook, it talks about us making sure that we are in a healthy weight status because we're standing on our feet. And we want to make sure that we're eating properly. The problem that I have with a lot of stylists, and the reason why they're getting biggest houses, are because as soon as they do, well, first of all, most of the salons in the African American community, besides the salon, is what? a carry out. And what happens is that we make a little bit of money, then the next thing you know, we got a steak and cheese. We make a little bit more money, next thing we know, we got a fries and a sweet tea. We make a little bit of money, next thing you know, we're back in the place again, and we're not doing the proper exercises, and we're not eating healthy. First of all, you're supposed to have that bottled water there to give you the nourishment that you need. All of that sugar and all of that you're drinking is not going to help you effectively do the kind of services that you need to do. How many of us had a large meal, then had to get back up and go back to work? What happened? We was ready to go to sleep.
Ready to go to sleep.
All right. Listen, we got to take a commercial break. What we're talking about today is beauty standards. When we come back, we're going to be talking about, do we perceive people different based on their hairstyles? How do we perceive the lady with the short hair? How do we perceive the lady with the locks? All of those things we're going to be talking about when we come back. This is the C. Allen Morning Show. It's all about beauty, fashion, entertainment.